Alright guys, so this is going to be, I guess you could say, a quick, honest trail day take after swapping between a GPX 300. This is going to be the TSE R, not the L, but the R, and a KTM 300 XCW. Both are late year models. I believe the TSE R was a 2026 or 25, and the 300 XCW was a 25 as well. Now, I don't have much experience with the GPX dirt bikes. I honestly went in thinking the GPX might feel like a budget knockoff, at least for the Enduro model, the TSE R, or even the L, and I can tell you it did not. And this is why I'm making this, I guess you can say it's a review, but honestly I'm making it because why I am considering buying the GPX 300. The first thing I noticed was how plush it felt. Like, it was great. Right up in my alley of the bike that I want and the feeling that I want. The cockpit seat and the way the suspension just settles into these chops, the small chops, a little bit larger chops. It was great. Very plush, like riding a cloud. The power is very tractor-like. Pick a gear, ease out of the clutch, and it lugs up ugly stuff without drama.
I'm not gonna lie, it has a hard time.
The counterbalanced engine is very smooth.
This stuff's amazing. It just crawls right over anything. The low end is good. Clutching is very easy on this bike. He's on a DRZ 1538.
And believe me, I've ridden some very buzzy machines, so I know what it's like, but the GPX was smooth, buttery smooth all around. And the hydraulic clutch has that easy, like it was super easy to work that clutch. Makes it way less tiring. Cooling is sorted too with a fan that kicks on when it should, I believe. We were going through some technical terrain. This one, the fan didn't even really kick on and it didn't feel hot. So I believe the cooling is perfect on this bike as well. Now, value aside, the character is what surprised me the most. It was calm, it was tractable, and very confidence building, but it definitely is suitable for an advanced rider, intermediate, or in between. On trail pace, the GPX is very comfortable. It's very forgiving. It turns predictably and stays very composed in ruts and off-camber routes. It's very predictable. I'm very surprised how it felt. Now, if you start charging, the stock suspension, I would imagine would feel a little soft and will send a little bit of those sharper hits up in the chassis if you slam into something pretty square at speed. So if you're on the heavier or you ride very aggressively, I would say up there like an A rider, you may want to add the spring, maybe a revalve, but in all honesty, at my skill level and probably most of these weekend people, this is going to be a realistic enduro speed. I'm not looking to compete. I'm not looking to... I'm just looking to explore, have fun, ride, challenge myself a little bit.
It's definitely a lot lighter.
It's exactly the kind of ride all day and still want another loop set up, I would say. It's very comfortable. Now, as far as power, I know the website states the GPX, the R, the TSE R is stating, hey, it is not a beginner-friendly bike. In a sense, it's not. It does have a lot of power, but not like rip your arms off like a KTM 300. Like, it spools up super fast. The best way I can describe it is if you're coming off a dual sport like a KLX 250, 300, WR 250R, the GPX feels like a somewhat friendlier step up that's going to wake you up a little bit more. More power everywhere without that super abrupt spiky hit. And that comfy seat makes you sit down in sections. And those sections make it feel like it's actually pleasant. It's a very comfortable bike. It keeps traction in very slow technical terrain, even with the plush suspension, and it rewards smooth clutch work rather than punishing you for mistakes. Like, it's a very planted bike. I'm very surprised how it is. Think weekend enduro rider who wants capability without getting beat up. Like me, I get tired quickly. Sometimes I just want comfort. I just want to sit down. In my eyes, there's no wrong way to ride a bike. The only wrong way to ride a dirt bike is just not having fun.
So without a doubt,
And
the
this thing is so comfortable that I did not mind sitting down in certain sections.
way more low end.
Also, the buzz online is not just, it's cheap. Riders keep pointing out that the build feels better than expected for the price, which matches what I saw bolting around with that dirt bike section, the GPX TSE 300 two-stroke. Now the KTM 300 XCW. This one still wears the true Enduro crown for a reason. The fuel-injected TPIs. This one was a TBI that was riding, but to me it felt kind of the same. Motor is super clean off the bottom. It definitely pulls long. It has that long feeling pull. And the stock suspension is tuned nowadays more for trail than race these days. It is a race bike, but the whole bike still feels like a lot tighter and more purposeful, I would say. Like, the seat is firmer, chassis feels more rugged, stiff, if that makes sense. It's an enduro bike, a true enduro bike. Not saying the 300 is not an enduro bike. It is, but it's just with comfort in mind, if that makes sense. And when you pick up the pace, the KTM 300 stays very composed and encourages you to go faster, but one thing is, slower pace, it always felt rough for me. Like, it just felt a lot of feedback, and sure, I can revalve it and stuff like that, but the KTM just screams like, hey, I'm meant to go through these choppy sections super fast, and that's just not me. I'm a weekend enduro quote-unquote rider. If you want a sharper feel, KTM even sells the Hard Enduro edition with more, added protection and closed cartridge forks. I haven't ridden that one, but I've heard it's pretty much identical except with just certain armor and stuff like that. Now, where I landed after swapping back and forth, comfort and tractor manners, GPX hand down, it wins. It is smoother than expected and easier to ride slow in nasty sections, at least in my eyes. I'm not a pro at all. I'm just in it for exploring, doing some little enduro riding here and there, but do not let that price tag make you think it is underpowered. It is not. Push hard, pace, and edge control. For sure, KTM will win. You can just tell when the speeds rise or the trail turns into like a real true special test at speed, like, hey, you just want to race. The XCW definitely holds itself together better and feels more precise at a competition pace. Again, that's not me, but you can just feel it. Who should buy what? If you ride a couple of times a month, value comfort, and that was my biggest thing, is the comfort of the bike, and want a forgiving platform that still has a legit 300 two-stroke grunt, the GPX makes, to me, a ton of sense. If you're chasing race, sprinting with fast friends, not to say the GPX cannot do it, I am a firm believer this GPX really hit these trails at speed no problem. Or say you want a maximum refinement with a bigger dealer network. The KTM, of course, is the safer bet. I mean, for me, bottom line is the GPX 300, the TSE, now keep in mind this is the R, is the one, just give it to me on a chill Saturday. This is the one I want. It's plush, it's comfortable, and way more capable than internet expects. The KTM 300 XCW is the one I would grab for a timed loop or a trip where I know, hey, I'm in it to race, I'm in it to win and stuff like that. Both are great bikes, they just kind of speak different moods is the best way I can describe it. Either or, you're not going to go wrong with either or, but in my eyes, a GPX 300 just makes more sense for me. Now, the only thing I cannot speak of, and I'm a little bit hesitant to buy the GPX, is because of the reliability. I'm trying to do more research, but hey, honestly, I'm very tempted to buy this GPX 300. Like, I was that amazed and overlooked the reliability aspect of it from everything that I've ridden and what I've seen on the trails, because other people do own the GPX, and from what I researched in forums, the GPX is a very reliable machine. It's up there, I would say, in comparison to CF Moto in the ATV world.